We were here more than 2 centuries. Our forebears labored here without wages. They made cotton kings. This was the most humiliating and oppressive condition.
Now this is a beautiful day. Thank you for tuning in on the Ambassadors Report. WACPtv for We Are Creative People Television. Peace. You're a truly living well. It's truly a day on, not a day off, a day of service. And we're going to go down here and I'm going to ask these people, what are they doing? They're doing some works that I've never seen before. So let's go down here and see what's going on with the Ambassadors Report.
I've got dirty hands.
Now I have dirty hands. I feel like I'm really part of this now.
Just make you feel a part
That's
of it.
right. But what are you doing here? You getting ready to make some mud pies or what?
We are. We have made some mud pies, and this is all going into the heater that's going to be able to heat the greenhouse.
So you're going to let this dry?
We're going to let this dry, and it's going to somehow miraculously be a part of the construction of the heater, which will retain and I think disseminate the heat that's collected during the day for the whole 24 hours.
Well, Michelle, this is great.
So evidently it's an ancient art, but also one that they're putting to some new use.
Now this is truly new to me. I learn something new every time I come out here.
I know.
This is just wonderful.
Oh, that's
Oh, you know, this is the type of thing that I used to do when I was a little girl.
Really?
But just think, you're playing the same game that I used to play, but you're going to put it to good use. Yes. So who am I speaking with? Danye. That's a pretty name. Does everybody out here have beautiful names or what? Now what brings you here?
Just community service, you know, just being a part of a big movement.
Yes.
You know, doing things for the community, finding out new things.
Now you could be walking the malls or getting a pedicure or manicure. What brings you out here in the dirt today?
Well, I like doing stuff for the community, especially just coming to the inner city and doing things.
Yes.
And just being part of the community. If it's not even being outside and helping kids and, you know, helping families feed in the city, it's a good thing.
Now this is really great. Now I know she enjoys herself. She doesn't even have gloves on.
I know.
Now who am I speaking with?
I'm Salita.
Salita.
Yes.
So that's another pretty name.
Thank you. Thank
Now,
you.
why don't you have gloves on? Aren't you afraid you're going to break a nail?
No, I'm not.
Well,
I'm the run in the rain type of person, so this is cool.
Oh, right.
This is cool.
Now, just tell me, why are you making these balls out here?
It's actually called cob, I believe, but they're eventually going to go in there. They're going to dry out.
Oh, can you show me where they're going to go?
Yes.
All right, thank you.
I'm about to jump 2 of them. They're all filled with water. And eventually they'll dry out, but this is not really hard. They're going to, a flame is going to go through here and heat it up. And it's a very good heat conductor, basically, is what it's going to do. Because they'll shut it off.
The flame is going to go where?
I think it's running through here, I believe.
Right through here?
Yeah, they have a line running through here, and it's going to heat this up, and the heat's going to generate off of this to keep the greenhouse.
So after you make these balls of soil, you pack them on here.
Yes, they're gonna pack them on.
And
there.
it will get as hard as this
Yes.
clay right here.
Yes, it's
Now
very
this
hard.
seems to be hard as a rock.
Yes, it is.
Now this is amazing, and you're going
It
to
is.
plant. This is just for drying.
I'm not for sure what they're gonna use this part for, but I just know what the task they gave us for today was to get this completed.
So all you're actually using is straw and red Georgia clay, looks like to me.
And some sand.
And some sand.
Clay,
All right.
sand, and straw. It's just it's an ancient practice.
It
This
really
how-
is.
yeah, it's very-
I think it's a secret.
Yeah.
I had never seen it before.
it's kind
Well,
of
one more time, tell me who I'm speaking with.
Salida.
Salida, I'm Zaza
Nice
of
to meet you.
WACP. This is the Ambassador's Report.
Okay, cool.
And thank you for sharing with us today.
Thank you.
Doesn't even have any shoes on.
How are you?
Well, tell me, what are you doing?
I am putting sand in some buckets right now.
Okay.
Where, if you look behind you, there's some earthen masses of building material called cobs.
Cob.
So all
How are you
together-
spelling this word, cob?
C-O-B.
C-O-B.
Not
All
C-O-B-D,
right.
like
Okay. All right.
This is an old English root that means round mass.
Round mass.
This is what those are.
Okay.
And all together, you saw the rocket mass heater already.
Yes, I did.
So we're creating that with those units of building material, which are a wonderful way to build with.
Now, let me ask you, is there some cement or something in it?
No. The sand, I mean, sand is one of the ingredients.
Yeah.
But we're just using the clay. We're digging it up right there.
Okay.
And they're sifting it over there so we don't have rocks and broken glass or anything. And we're using 2 buckets of clay, 1 bucket of sand, which is different for all different types of clay, but that's our recipe. Kind of like making cookies. It's very natural, organic. And so we add 1 bucket of sand, 2 buckets of clay, and then we mix that all together with some water, and we put some long straw in it, and then we create our building material.
Now, how long does it take for to get from this process to that process there on the lower shelf? How long does that take for it to get as hard as a rock?
Well, you don't want it to get hard while you're building it.
Okay.
Because you want to mush it all together and put it all so it's one big piece, so one big cob. And then, because you don't want we're not making bricks, and we're not mortaring bricks.
Okay.
We're just weaving it all together like ceramics.
Well, I learn something new every time I come here. You're doing a great job, but aren't you afraid of getting your toenails dirty?
I have a great nail brush, and I just brush it off. You know, it's a technique, it's an art in itself to learn. I learned you have to rub it on the top and the bottom to get it all out.
Well, it looks like you're truly enjoying
I use
yourself.
shea butter before and after, so that helps it not get too bad.
Yes.
But I will
One more
tell
time.
you, this is my 3rd day in a row, and in the summertime, if I'm doing it like more than 3 days in a row, my feet do get stained a little bit.
Okay. All right. Well, you're doing a great job. Now, what is
There's
your
a
name?
lot of minerals in the clay, so it's good for you. Aviva.
Aviva. That's a beautiful name. Keep up the good work.
Thanks for your positive energy. I really appreciate it.
And what's your name?
Corwin.
Okay. All right, thank you.
Thank you. What's your
Tell me that again.
There is no other program like Speak Up Atlanta, Speak Up America.
Okay, why do you say that?
Because we have done research and there is no other program that actually let a person speak at the community level. This is for people at the community level. You can come on and you can speak uninterrupted on any subject of your choice without being questioned. Occasionally we do have a guest speaker. Now guest speakers don't have that immunity. You can always question a guest speaker after they speak. But this is the only program of its kind that focuses on creating dialogue at the community level.
Now, who am I
Everybody's
speaking with?
You're speaking with the president of
Okay.
the organization.
All right.
I'm Reverend Jesse Williams, and I'm the president of National Association for Justice and Equality.
I love it.
We fight racism with technology. we do it a different way. But we all believe that we all have the same goal.
Now, Selma is one of the latest movies that I've seen on the big screen. Tell me, from what I saw on the big screen and what's happening now, how much progress have we actually made?
Well, there's progress to be measured on different levels.
Yes.
We got a black president. We didn't have one at the time of Selma. So that indicates to some people, to logical thinking people, that we have made some progress.
Okay.
But we have not gotten the racism out of the minds of the racists.
Now, what are we going to do that? How do you
Well,
go about getting racism out of someone?
Okay, it's hard to do. It's like sin. Sin will never be removed from everybody on earth, but you can take the profit out of sin, right?
Okay.
In other words, if I kill you now, I murdered you, they're going to put me in jail. That took my profit out of what I was doing to you. So what we've got to do is to begin to respect each other's opinions that's different from ours. That's not, we don't do that at no level of society. Do we respect somebody's opinion that differ from ours? We get angry with them. If we can remove that from our culture, and then we'll unify.
Now on a scale from 1 to 10,
Yes, ma'am.
10 being the highest number, are we, what level are we at on this racist field?
Well, I think we've made progress, and I mentioned it.
You say you think it.
Yeah, I know we have.
Well, you know it. Okay,
I just gave you an example of that.
all
We didn't
right.
have a black president at the time. And recently our Attorney General have just cut down on the act of taking a person's car and money because the police officers who arrest them feel that they are in some kind of crooked business. That has never been done before.
Yes, that's
now
right.
it's being done. The Attorney General, Eric Holder, just announced that you cannot just take a person's car because he got $10,000 in his
Yes.
car and can't explain to you where it come from.
Okay.
So that's progress.
Yes, it is.
And so it is. But what most people are thinking about is getting rid of racism out of the hearts of men. You
Yes.
cannot do it. You can do things to forestall it. You can do things to make it less profitable, and that will cut it down.
Yes.
But to completely get racism out of the mind of man, man does not have that power. Why? Because racism is a sin, equal to murder.
Yes, it is.
Yeah. We focus on solution. You're talking to the only man who has developed a program actually to fight racial profiling. The rest of the people praying and they're preaching and they're crying. We have a 1-inch thick program. It took almost 3 years for us to develop it with a black think tank.
With a what?
A black think tank, not a one-person do.
okay.
A black think tank.
All right.
And we have developed a plan that will effectively, now I didn't say eliminate racial profiling because it's in the mind of the profiler. He can't get it out of his mind. But we can eliminate it in the terms of its frequency.
Okay.
Without having to go to the authorities in any city or town and ask their permission. What am I saying? Did you hear what I just said? Black people can implement this program without going to the mayor or the governor.
Now, we really need that. Now, tell us one more time, where would we go if we wanted to speak up and be on video?
All you have to do is call that number on there.
Okay.
Give your name, and we will reserve a spot for you on that date. You can come in, and when you can speak about anything, but you cannot sell a commercial product.
Okay, all right.
You can't attack. We have a few rules. You can't attack your next door neighbor because they have a pit bull. But you can say anything that you want to say. And as a matter of fact, we've had some beautiful people on there, and they just shocked it. They say, well, what does it cost? It doesn't cost you anything. It's a new type of program. We are going to Ferguson. We're going to do a Look Up Ferguson. We'd like to have
WACPtv.
And then we're going on up to New York from
Yes.
there. Speak Up New York City.
Right.
This is, as I mentioned, it's the only program of its kind that encourages dialogue at the community level.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Well, we thank you so very much.
To recognize history.
To recognize history.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you could have been home watching a game or something. Why did you come out here today? Tell me. There must be a little bit more to it.
I come out here because this is my roots.
This is your roots. Now, are you from Atlanta?
Yes, ma'am.
What area in Atlanta are you from?
All over. College Park,
Uh-huh.
Decatur, everywhere.
So you're really home, aren't you?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, do you think that this movement has progressed?
Most definitely it has.
In what way do you feel it's progressed?
In what way?
Yes.
In the way where we got a little bit more, that blacks got a little bit more privilege to do a little bit more accessibility things in life.
What privileges do you feel that we have gained?
Voting rights.
What did you say?
Voting rights.
Oh, all right. Did you watch Selma?
Not yet.
Not yet.
No, I went down there.
Yes, well, I will agree with you. We have progress. Because that role that Oprah Winfrey played, she was truly having a hard time. You'll see.
Yeah.
And it's not that hard for you or your offsprings, is it?
No. Better now.
All righty. Okay. All righty. You all keep up the good work. Tell me, who am I speaking to?
Kelvin.
What?
Kelvin. Twin.
Okay. All right. Are you enjoying yourself at a state of peace today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What's putting you in a state of peace anyway?
Well, I was born and raised here, and I see a lot of changes, but I see some more changes could be made.
What changes do you believe need to be made?
Changes that need to be made. We need to have a little more unity among us blacks. We need to work with one another. We need to patronize our own peoples and quit carrying our money to buckhead.
That's right.
And that's one of the things that I don't like, but I still respect and honor Martin Luther King because he put us in a position to do better.
Yes.
It's just up to us. We are not doing it.
Now, well, what do you have any a solution to that problem? It is definitely one of the greatest problems, the economics.
The economic problem is that we should spend our money in our neighborhood. And we should be concerned about our fellow man. We should love one another and help one another and take care of our kind. You know, I look at it. Everybody has a government within a government except us.
Except us.
Everybody can live together, get along together, and they love one another. Everybody does that except us. Now the solution is that we should start teaching our children how to love and respect one another. And we are our brother's keepers.
You're right. So you're saying actually that one of the problems that we're having as a people, we don't love our own black selves. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying. in a
I believe
nutshell.
that. That is the truth.
Because blacks kill blacks.
That's right.
Ain't many white folks killing us now.
Yeah, they don't have to do it. We do it
We do it ourselves. Well, see, they realize that, but we haven't realized that yet. There's no more white sheep
That's right.
with cut out eyes and mouth.
Yes.
We got them now with afro with big guns.
Well, let me ask you, who am I speaking with?
You're speaking to Mr. Darden, Mr. Harvey Darden. I'm born and raised here in Atlanta. I'm a Grady baby.
Oh, another grade baby.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay,
Been
okay.
here, born and raised here.
All right.
And I migrated to other cities and other countries.
Yeah.
And I see how those people live. Now, we are the richest country in the world.
That's what they say.
We are.
Okay.
But we live in poverty because we allow ourselves to do that. Poverty is not bad. You might be born there, but you don't have to stay in it.
That's right.
Because Martin Luther King made it for you to be able to protect yourself. You can come out of poverty.
We are definitely
come
striving
out of
to do
poverty.
just that.
But it's a shame to be poor.
Yes. Well, tell me, who am I speaking with?
You're speaking to Mr. Darden.
Thank you so much for sharing. Hi there, V103. They tell me this is the People's Station. Is that true?
That is true.
Why are you calling it the People's Station?
Because we satisfy the people.
You most definitely do, especially the young folks.
That's right.
Who am I speaking with?
Chastity.
Thank you, Chastity.
You're welcome.
You keep up the good work.
Thank you.
1, 2.
Oh, yeah. According to her.
Hey!
What's happening?
Little Mr. Ed. I got it all. Hey, my name is Sidney Cox. We in downtown Atlanta, and this is Martin Luther King's birthday, the day that we celebrating. And since it's like that, I'm gonna give you 2. In case y'all didn't know that one, that was Lift Every Voice and Sing, where we try to recognize as our Negro national anthem. And since it's Martin Luther King's birthday, we're gonna do this one here by Stevie Wonder.
All right. Thank you so much for sharing.
Sidney Cox, trumpet player extraordinaire. I'm just saying. Right on.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace. Hey, man. let me see that. Let me see that.
There you go. 215, the hand in the t-shirt.
All right now. Okay. So what's your name and who we talking to?
Me, I'm Julio, man.
All right. And I can't breathe?
Yeah, I can't breathe, man.
All right. So I tell you, that was the most incredible thing we ever seen. I mean, I've never seen anything like that. What you think about that?
You're talking about the police choking the guy out for selling the cigarettes, man?
Yeah, man.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah, man.
Why they doing that, man?
Okay.
It's not nice, man.
All right, then.
What's your view on it? What you think about it, man?
Well,
let me take the camera and record you.
You know what?
Because I bet you don't get too much footage of yourself, do you?
You want to shoot me?
I want to shoot you.
I'll tell
Not
you.
that way, though.
Can you see it right there?
I see it, man. Now you tell me, man, what's going on with the whole I can't breathe. What's your views
first
on it?
of all-
Right here, we down here downtown at the Auburn Festival. Not at the Auburn Festival, but we on Auburn Street. Right here, we have the MLK going on. It's MLK Week on the 19th on a Monday here.
Yes.
What is your views on it, sir?
Well, guess what? It's all right because Eric Garner said his last word before he said, "I can't breathe," he said, "This is going to end today." And to me, that's an indication from the ancestor that this is going to end. This is not going to last.
Absolutely,
forever.
man. Absolutely.
This is going to end. Then he said, "I can't breathe."
Preach on, brother. Preach on.
Indeed. So stay tuned. You got soul, and everybody knows that it's all right.
That's right. It's all right.
Say it's alright. It's alright. Have a good time. 'Cause it's alright. Oh, it's alright. Now everybody clap your hands. Give yourself a chance. You got soul.
Okay, what do you think this day?
Well, I feel that we've advanced and declined in certain areas. I mean, through the fact of knowledge that more of us possess it, yeah, I understand that. I think we inclined there. Like, you know, I think we all have got to a certain point that we all understand and know as adults and just as a culture of people that we could do better, but the place that we have declined from is actually doing it. The actions that we take in moving forward from where we was and where we were trying to go. I think somewhere down the line we've got lost in the process of really understanding where we were going, and that's what pretty much my thoughts on declining. And
Yes, sir.
I say I think we all started in a dark space, and with darkness, only way darkness could be eliminated is with light. And I think now that more people are starting to show their conscious light, and it's been such a conscious projection across the globe of humanity, of love, of service, that everyone is seeing that we impact. No longer are we allowing someone else to take that. So I think, if anything, sometimes you have to decline to advance, because if you're always advanced and then you don't know and you don't decline, so sometimes you have to take these steps, and with these stages ultimately allowing us to prevail forward. So if anything, it's all of us coming together, whether some people awake now, some people awake, everyone's gonna have their time, but it's just everybody feeding and cultivating off each other, so we only can really ascend and we only can create more light.
Okay, so based upon 100%, if we had to give it 100 and then boost it up or boost it down, where would it be right now and where was it then?
Where it was then, we were at the ground stages of just breaking through to even get to this moment to have the freedoms that we have right now.
1 to 100.
So 1 to 100, I would say we're at,
compared to then.
Right now, I feel we're probably at about 50%. Because we have all of the technology, we have everything set, we just got to tap into it.
And then?
Then, it was probably 100. Because it was it was different ways of communication. It wasn't the separation of dialogue yet. You know, that connection was still there. It was still community driven. It was still meeting and different things happening. And then it's like, as we evolved, we got further and further away. So ultimately, it was like, I just feel it was more connected around a universal principle of love. And a lot of it has changed into more of a hate and violence and individual, and we're getting away from God. And that's ultimately.
So 50 then, 100 then, and 50 now.
Because that gives us potential to raise it even higher.
Oh, well, I would stay with the 50 now. I definitely understand that we're at the unique opportunity to either boost or go lower, so I definitely feel that it was 50% now. Back then, I wouldn't say so much 100%. I would say around 80, because they understood their vision, the way they was trying to go, so they was firing at all cylinders, but still some things they were lacking in. I felt personally, as when I look back on certain things, but they were definitely above where our mind state is, so I'm